Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just kidding. This is my first video. Anyways, today I'm going to show you guys, what do I do with my hands? This is like Talladega Nights where he's like doing the interview and he's like, yeah, and it was a really great race and and the girl's like, put your hands back down. Anyways, it's like so weird when you're filming it. It's like, you gotta pretend you guys aren't there. So I'm not gonna say that I'm not a professional because obviously I went to school for this, but this isn't exactly what I was taught in school. Obviously there's a little bit of it. This is just what works for me. So hopefully it'll work for you. If you have very, very curly hair, it's a very different haircut. So if you're gonna do it, I would suggest straightening your hair before doing that, but curls fall differently, that's a whole nother subject. Anyways, so if you're interested in knowing how I cut my hair at home, and hopefully you can follow along and do it yourself also, please keep watching. If I did that right. So if you said yes, and even if you said no, I'm still gonna show you. I usually like to section off my hair and straighten it, stick straight so that I can see where the hair is falling perfectly, because I mean I'm a perfectionist. So anyway, I kind of already did that. I'm still gonna go through though, and because I just had it in a ponytail, and just make sure you use a heat protectant, but I'm gonna make sure that my hair is just completely stick straight. And now we're gonna section it off evenly right down the middle. Straight line, and bring it back down through the back. Sides. So now that you have split down the middle all the way through the back, bring it to the sides. So I have my shears here. You guys can use, I don't know, whatever scissors you have, but you want them to be sharp because then your hair will be super choppy. But anyway, I also have a cape, but I'm not going to get dramatic and put that on because it's not that serious. Here we go. The first step is I comb through, and just about where I see that like it's not going to take too much off, but it needs to go, I will go through and just go straight across. Right? Bear with me. Do the same thing over here. Make sure you pull from the back forward and don't look down or anything. Just, this is really hard to explain. But anyway, hopefully you guys are visual and can see what I'm doing. So same here. You could see even with just that, it already looks just even thicker. But anyway, it's not perfect. So what I like to do is I go through and I make sure, because obviously I left a piece over here, I'll go in. I'll cut into the hair, into just the tips, just to give it some texture. And obviously I'll do the same on this side. I bring it forward to make sure it's even. If it's not, because there's always some, right? This side's a little longer. I brush it down. You guys, I am just not the tutorial type. I don't have patience for this. So you see how there's way more over here. This side always grows faster, I don't know why. So we're gonna go ahead and even it out. This is so hard to do on video. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Cut into the hair to give it some texture. So now that I've noticed that the hair is even on both sides, I'm gonna go in and work with my bangs. And I like to kind of frame my face, so I just go in and cut at an angle, but make sure not to like get too choppy because then you have a disconnect and then it's like, you just want it to blend really nicely. So I just grab a little chunk, not too much, and I make sure to always end at the last point, and then that way it'll connect. If for some reason you don't, just pull a little more and then connect it. But be very, very careful. See how already the hair looks so much thicker. I like to go in and do layers, but that's another story. Now let's go ahead and do this side, framing just a little bit. This one's a little tricky because you gotta go this way. So it connects. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some layering and connecting. So still keeping the hair split in half. Here's what we're gonna do. If you see it's way too blunt, just go ahead, and I have some fancy scissors that help, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna do it with regular scissors. You can just go in and cut into the hair to make sure that there is not too much bluntness, but I kind of like a little blunt because it makes my hair look thicker, and plus I never wear it stick straight, so it doesn't really matter. Now if you're like me and you want a little movement in your hair, keep watching. I'm gonna grab one section, just casual section from the back. We're gonna hold out. Oh, you guys are getting too far. And we're gonna cut, basically framing it at an angle, but always meeting with the last longest piece, if that makes sense. I swear, I hope I'm explaining this easy. You're gonna grab another section and do the same thing, but you wanna hold it out, not down, out, just to maintain that length. So there's an angle there. And it just kind of gives you long layers and movement. Never grab this section and do that. Just know by experience. This is what we like to see. A little bit of framing. Give it some movement. Obviously my hair is stick straight, so there's not really, you can't really see the layering, but we did go ahead and add some texture in there. Look how much healthier my hair looks. I wish I did it before and after. Just that little bit, and literally it's like the same length that I had before. Doesn't feel any shorter, it just feels much healthier and thicker. I'm gonna go in and do the layers over here. Same thing. Just gives it some movement. It's not that serious, guys, as long as you're not getting scissor happy. My mom does that and it like tortures me. She did it on FaceTime yesterday and I was like, please, for the love of God, wait till I get there. Anyways, so that completes my video tutorial, my how-to, whatever you want to call it. I will throw some curls in there, maybe even just wear it straight today because I never do. Yeah, I mean, it really helps your hair to grow because you're constantly cutting off those dead ends, those dry ends, and allowing your hair to grow, trim, grow, trim, grow. It's really just a process, and it's taken me so long. I remember I used to not even be able to put my hair up in a ponytail because it was so short. And now look at my hair. I'm like a proud mom because she's getting there, she's growing. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys were able to follow along. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, feel free to reach out. And you know, we all really just became bloggers during this quarantine, so expect more videos.